So, I've done a pretty good job of having no idea what's in Ascended Heroes up to this point, but it's release day. Let's fix that. Let's see what's in Ascended Heroes and let's see what kind of decks we can build with it. Okay, so if we go into the card decks, just the full set, 217 main set is crazy. Anyway, so the Erica cards, man, this Oddish is cute. Also noteworthy is this J regulation mark. Normally they do a pretty good job of standard being just the 3 most recently printed regulation marks, but this is an exception. We're going to have G, H, I, and J regulation marks in the format until rotation day, which is when perfect order becomes legal. I'm not entirely sure why they've done it like this. It's probably just related to the Japan release. Anyway. Alright, Erica's Gloom and the Vile Plume. This seems okay. I am a sucker for the status combo type of decks. Maybe this one will actually take off. I hear there's some really nice Erica support in this set. Anyway. Bellsprout, Weepin' Bell, Victory Bell. Alright, that first attack looks pretty good. It seems like that's the deck's single prize attacker. Ooh. There we go. This Tangela. This is probably the glue that ties the deck together in much the same way Cynthia's Gabite does. So that's interesting. I think that might be the difference maker for an Erica deck. New Chikorita. Love to see it. And Mega Meganium. Obviously, it's been said before. This goes good in existing Meganium decks, because, haha, double energy, and you're good to go. So that's the obvious choice, but I'm wondering if there's a non-obvious choice. What if you skipped the Wild Growth Meganium entirely and just went all in on like a Mega Venusaur, Teal Mask, other acceleration? So we'll see. Okay. Search your deck for a Silcoon or Cascoon and put it onto your bench. Interesting. I wonder how the Beautifly and Dustox are. That second attack is really interesting. Like, if you've got a way to energy lock your opponent, is there a way for you to energy lock your opponent? Either way, that's not bad output for 1 energy. I'd say Goldengo players in shambles, but they already have to deal with rotation. Oh, the Cascoon doesn't have the same ability as the Silcoon does. Interesting. But probably fair. It would probably be super broken. Alright, what's the Dustox? Ah, there's the combo. Okay, alright. Oh hey, that's also a status combo. Alright, so that's the vision. Honestly, looks like it could be a lot of fun. I'm probably going to try this. Budu reprint? Sure. Okay. And I suppose we'll have to wait until later to see the Charjabug and Vikavolt. Alright, Rocket Spidops reprint. New Charmander. Cute art. Ah, yes, of course, the Mega Charizard Y. I wonder if they're doing the same thing here that they did in the G regulation, because there's the two different Charizard EXs, right? The Infernal Rain one and the Fire one in 151 that nobody plays for reasons that still elude me. I do think having the two different Charizards that do two different things. I think realistically, if Charizard is gonna have two Megas, and I'm still upset that the other Kanto starters don't, if Charizard's gonna have two Megas, this feels like a great way to use the two Megas. Especially since there's two different Fire Rain dances in the format. The fact that they both discard energy for big number, I think that's just cute. I like that they work similarly but differently enough that you'd want both in the same deck. Alright. Reprint of Ethan's Magcargo. Well, hey, Charizard players, here's your single prize attacker. Ethan's Ho reprint, yep. Ooh, more burn abilities. Okay. If your opponent's active isn't burned, this attack does nothing. Alright, that's fun. Let's see, there's the Volcanion, and there's the Volcarona, and there's the Magmortar that increases burn damage. It really feels like they're slowly printing the pieces for a burn strategy. Ooh, that's nice art. This seems fine. Reasonably costed. It's fine. I think if you're a big Emboar fan, you're probably like, this is as good as it's gonna get for me. I just wish they'd done more with this. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It benefits from the other Mega support, it benefits from the other Fire support. So if you want to play Emboar instead of Charizard or any of the other Fire types, you can. Alright, reprint of Enstar Manitan. Ooh. This Pokemon evolved during this turn, your opponent discards 2 more cards. That's... Oh, that's disgusting. That... Ugh. I can very easily see this with some bounce supporters, or like Scoop Up Cyclone, being like the face of a new control deck. Zerasic. Oh my god, Zerasic. Zerasic plus this just says, hey, discard your hand. That's... The real question is, what would the win condition of that deck be? You know? Aside from just deck them out. Actually, that might be something. You play some kind of hand disruption supporter. They go however many cards deeper. And then you just discard them. I can see that being really, really toxic. Goodness gracious. Alright, reprint of the Terra Cinderace line. Love to see it. Oh, what? That's just a straight up reprint of Damp? Oh, excellent. Love that. can actually pull these guys from packs now. That's great. Alright, here's the Mega Feraligatr line, and see, that's... that's just like Gyarados EX, but more. Huh. Interesting. But see, this is kind of what I'm talking about with the Emboar. Emboar, it's got your stereotypical big number plus recoil damage for 3 energy, which is like fine. But it's stuff like this where you actually have to do a little work and you're rewarded for it. I like that sort of design a lot more. Either way, this is giving me big Gyarados EX vibes, and for that reason, I fear it will see zero play. Which is a shame. Alright. Reprint of a Weavile that sadly has seen zero play and probably will continue seeing zero play. Ooh, lovely Snorunt art. $50 for each card in your opponent's hand. So that's like the biggest, the Mind Ruler style attack we've seen yet, right? That's a scary big number. Ooh. Okay. Seems fine. Very similar to the Regirock, actually. It seems fine. Oh, that's right, there's more N cards. And the fact that he gets Call for Family now, that's kind of huge, actually. Vanillux. Ooh, double the number of damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon. I love that effect. I might mess around with that. That sounds like a lot of fun. So in the active, each player draws a card. Oh, that's definitely meant to work with the Frostlass then. The active part complicates it a little. I mean, we have balloons, but I feel like in order to get maximum value from this, you'd need a lot of switching cards. Switches, surfers. Oh, Surfing Beach. That would help a lot, actually. Surfing Beach plus any sort of switch effect or balloon. You're like good. And the more of those you have, the more instances of this ability you'd get to use. Yeah, it's coming together. Let me take a look at... Okay. Calamitous Snowy Mountain, not rotation safe. But... oh yeah, and you wouldn't want to play it over Surfing Beach anyway. Alright, never mind. New Glastrier. Seems fine. New Pikachu, let's go! And the background work on this art is exceptional. Alright, what's this new Raichu do? Okay, that seems fine. Actually, with Dynamotor in the format, it seems quite reasonable. The Pikachu doesn't have acceleration, but that's fine. We have Dynamotor. Like, I'm thinking about how this compares to Electrical Grounding Raichu, and I don't think it's better than that, but I think it's close enough that it's fine. There's like no innate acceleration in this line, but Dynamotor. Reprint of the Rat. Voltorb EX? What in the start deck is this? Flip a coin until you get tails. Alright, that's funny. I'm tempted. The 170 HP is a bit rough though, but I suppose we've made do with less. Oh, well, speaking of Dynamotor. Okay, this is new actually. What do we got? Mild spread damage and alright. This seems... Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not exactly wowed by Mega Electros, but also I totally understand Mega Electros being okay considering what it's going to evolve from. This is totally reasonable. Alright, Stunfisk. Can't retreat and takes 100 more damage. Oh, that's nasty. Oh, that's nasty. That might make the math a lot easier for a lot of decks. That's scary, actually. During your turn, if you played Canary, search your deck for up to 2 basic lightning. Okay. A flip for each energy. Well, we'll have to see what Canary does, but this seems pretty good. Bonus points. If you want to build a Canary deck, you have access to Dynamotor baked in. Ugh. You could do something with this. Okay, here's the Charge-a-Bug, and here's the Vikavolt. You know what? That's okay. I've been a sucker for Volt Switch in the video games since its introduction, and 4 energy for 240, that seems okay. Ooh, Tapu Koko. Art looks sick. Going first attack, you say? Discard your hand and draw 5, huh? It's difficult for me to say what the payoff for playing Carmine as your supporter and Carmine as your attack would be, but it does sound like fun, and I am all about fun. The tricky thing, of course, is I don't think Ceruledge wants this because then it has to commit to having lightning energies, and I think it likes Lunatone too much. But you know, there is an appeal to dumping energies. Maybe I'll use it in the Raichu deck that I'm going to build. Hops Pincurchin? Alright, let's see. Counterattack Quills for 3 seems okay. 3 energy, 120, draw 2. This seems fine. It's not going to revolutionize Hop, but I like that they're giving Hop more options. Alright. Bellybolt reprint. Kilowattrel reprint. New Miraidon. A Terra Miraidon. If your opponent's active is an EX, this attack does 120 more. Okay. This is fine. This Miraidon is fine. Like, it's no Tandem Unit Miraidon, but there's really no comparing anything to Tandem Unit Miraidon EX. That thing is not okay, and I'm not really going to miss it when it rotates. Especially because it makes pretty much every other Miraidon look god-awful by comparison. Like, the only one that really stood a chance at challenging Tandem Unit on the Miraidon tier list was the future one, Peak Acceleration. Oh yeah, this doesn't have the future tag. That's a shame. Cute. Yes! They haven't changed the regulation mark, but I support Metronome Gaming. Love Metronome. Reprint, yep. Big reprint. Oh, this is a new Rocket card. Flip 3 if they're all heads. Let's see. For a Rocket Energy, you can go for the 1 and 8. This is a Salvatore target. We don't have any reflippers, do we? Darn. Oh well, that's probably for the best. Rocket's Mewtwo reprint, yup. Cute. Cute. That's the Togekiss getting reprinted. Okay. Sure. Oh, this Meryl art is immaculate. Ooh. Yeah, it's got its own... It's got a pseudo energy trans. It just all goes to Azumarill. Everything for Azumarill. Forfeit all mortal possessions to Azumarill. Attack seems good. That's kind of spooky with Wonder Patch. Alright. Mischievous, okay. It's got Ascension. Let's see the Mismagius. Opponent's active is affected by a special condition. Ooh, 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 you could play this with all the confusion support that we've gotten in the Mega Block. Also, 6 damage counters? Isn't there a Glaceon and a Mega Absol that cares about 6 damage counters? Why, yes, I think there is. Ooh. Alright. Reprint. Well, this would be if you wanted to play a different type of control game. The... the Salazzle discarding the cards makes a deck out game plan easier, but shuffling the cards in is more disruptive. So it depends on what type of control strategy you're going for and what your win condition is, but that's like almost as mean. Alright, yep, that's a gadget show. Yep, yep, yep. Alright, this Slurpuff is It's fine. Ooh, more hop stuff? 130 for 1 energy is not terrible. I think this is also a case of cool option for hop to have, but I don't think it's going to revolutionize the deck. I think the people who play Hopzation with Artaudon are going to be too set in their ways to branch out. But it's cool to have the option. I like that Hop's bag has more stuff that it can do. Oh, that's right, this is Hop. That's not just a 130. It's never going to just be a 130. Postwick plus Snorlax plus Choice Band. That's as much as 220 for free. Okay, you know what? I'm actually kind of scared now. Anyway, Rocket's Mimikyu reprint. Well, excuse you too. Anyway, new horse just dropped. Discard all energy, 12 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. I like this more than the Glastrier, but it still reads as, yeah, this is fine. You. I mean, I suppose putting more monkeys into circulation is a good thing. I just look forward to the day he rotates. New Rocket cards. Alright, let's see. Your opponent's active moves to the bench during their turn. Place 2 damage counters on it. This feels like the kind of thing that you'd play in a Rocket's Crobat type of deck, where this is another source of damage counters. Seems fine. Yeah, hit him on top. Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 6. That's not bad. Alright, new Medicham. Okay, I love that a lot of the Medicham cards they've made lately have interacted with your and or your opponent's hand size. I think it's so cool when a Pokemon has a particular mechanical identity. Anyway, this is cool. I like this. Alright, there's the Lunatone Solrock reprint. There's the Regirock reprint. Ooh, new Groudon. Seems fine. Seems like your typical Groudon. High energy costs, medium damage output. Alright. Reprint of Cynthia's Garchomp. Reprint of Mega Lucario. 2 Stunfisk. 2 Stunfisk in one set? This Pokemon has any damage counters on it. This attack does 100 more. 3 energy? Where have I seen 3 energy before? Right. No. Oh, right, Pangoro, Dark type. We'll come back to you. Alright, Mega Hawlucha. So it's got a focus band instead of a focus sash. Which, like, it's fine, but it runs into similar problems as focus sash abilities do, where poison, burn, damage counters, Monkey Dory. There's ways to get around this, and most of the prevalent decks either have workarounds or just don't care. And The attack is fine. It's Stadium Hate, it does 260. Yeah, seems fine. Alright, ooh, double type. I enjoy a nice double type. And that attack's interesting. That's definitely... I can very easily see this being a one of maybe two in... Yeah, I'd say most fighting decks could probably use this. And the type combination... Hey, quick question. What's... Oh! Oh, that Carbank one-shots Lucario. Because of its double typing, if it counts as Psychic type, it hits for weakness. Interesting. That's worth keeping in the back of your mind for any cards that are prevalent and weak to fighting or psychic. Hey, yo, new Colossal? 140 to one of your opponent's Pokemon. If you don't have 10 or more basic fighting in your discard, this attack does nothing. Okay. That's fun. And it's even got a second attack that helps juice it up. Alright. So that's another thing that I'm thinking you could totally play in something like Lucario. Or its own deck, but Lucario is the big acceleration piece that I can think of that fighting has access to right now. There's Koraidon EX, but A, it's not rotation safe, and B, nobody was playing it anyway. Oh, hey, speaking of Koraidon EX, yeah, I suppose if Miraidon gets a Terra, so does Koraidon. Yeah, these attacks also seem fine. Oh, new Okie Dokie. Not just gonna reprint all the Loyal 3. That's a new one. 60 for each prize your opponent took during their last turn. Ooh. Ooh. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, Mega Gengar reprint. Rocket's Murkrow reprint, but the Honchkrow, I believe, is new. Discard any number of Rocket supporters. The attack does 60 for each. That's fun. That's something where maybe you want to max out on all the Rocket supporters. 4 transceivers, obviously. Say it with me. It's a Salvatore target that can attack for 1 attachment. Alright, new Mightyena. It's fine. Ooh, new Obstagoon. 70 for each damage counter on your opponent's active? That's disgusting. That is a horrifying amount of damage. Alright, so here's the line. Risky Ruins, Monkey Dory. Rocket's Crobat. Obviously the number is bigger because it's a stage 2. The number is bigger, the attack cost is less, but because of the kinds of numbers you can reach, this might be better than the single prize Ursaluna. I don't really like saying that because I love that single prize Ursaluna, but also, yeah, this reads very similar to the single prize Ursaluna, plus you're not gonna be able to lead with it, plus Grimsley's move. This is scary. This is scary. Cynthia's Spiritomb reprint, yep. Ooh, Mega Scrafty. If this Pokemon is inactive and is damaged by an attack, place 5 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. Well. Well, if you wanted a partner in crime for Obstagoon, How's this attack? Discard a random card from your opponent's hand and the top card of their deck. I am so glad they did not make this a Marnie's Pokemon. That would have been horrendous if you could accelerate onto it. And Zoroark reprint. Ooh, new Mandibuzz. Seems fine. A lot of hand attacking in this set. Interesting. Here's the Pangoro. If any of your benched Pancham have any damage counters on them, this attack does 120 more damage. Again, that's super easy to set up. One Risky Ruins and you are there. Ooh, new Hoopa. Great art. Attacks seem fine. Oh, Fez reprint. Okay. New Pecharunt. Knocked out by damage from an attack, search your deck for a card. Okay. The attack is whatever. As a reminder, that 50 more damage effect, it doesn't stack. Think of it as the first 50 wears off and you're applying a new 50. So it's just 20, 70, 70, 70, 70. So don't expect big damage from this, but that's okay, because if you're playing this Pecharunt, it's for the ability, right? Ooh, cute new Mawile. And it's got Call for Family. Alright. Registeel, probably in the same vein as the other two. Yeah, it's fine. I hope there's a Regigigas. I think we deserve a Regigigas. Okay. New King Gambit. Plus 30 for each prize they've taken. I like that. That is a good adaptation. Alright. What's this Togedemaru do? Flip for paralysis. You can tell that Togedemaru is electric type because they do not give this effect to a straight steel type. Okay. This seems fine. This seems very much like... It's definitely the face card of one of the start decks. Here we go. If this Pokemon has any energy attached, search your deck for an evolution. They knew what they were doing. And here's the Mega Dragonite. It's got a once per turn switch. It's got an attack that does a big number and discards 2 energy. And it exists in a format with Dynamotor. So I don't know whether that's enough for Dragonite to see play. I hope it is. I think Dragonite deserves it. We'll see. Ooh, new Rayquaza. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's fine. And Reshiram reprint. Yep. And Zekrom is new. God, triple colorless for a shred is crazy. Of course, if you're playing N, you're not paying triple colorless, you're paying double dark. Similarly, that cost on Rampaging Thunder, you're not paying that, you're paying double dark. And that can't use effects. That's not usually a downside, because M players use Pecharunt EX, right? So you just clear that effect and you're good to keep blasting. Ooh, cute new Noibat. Alright, what's this Noivern do? Okay, ooh. 140 if it's got a tool on it. I wonder how you might get a tool on it. I don't like this Noivern more than the one in Journey Together, but I do like it. Sure, Dragapult reprint. Okay. Reprint of Rocket's Meowth. Rocket's Kangaskhan. Comet Punch, the classic, and 220 if you play a Rocket supporter. Okay. Oh, that's right. Larry is here. Alright, Larry, what you got? What does your Dunsparce do? Flip a coin for each energy, 80 for each. Okay. Lovely Skitty art. An Energy Crush is not bad. Zangoose EX. Zangoose is not a Pokemon I've thought about in a long time. 20 damage, draw 2 cards, 180, 30 recoil. Oh, you're definitely a start deck face card. You're fine. Larry's Starly. Alright, what's your Staraptor do? Facade? Okay, yeah. Alright, that's cute. Yeah, that's cute. I like it. I find it interesting that it's limited to burned or poisoned. Like, obviously if it's asleep or paralyzed, it's not doing anything. But, it's confused. Oh well. Fanrotom reprint, sure. Oh, Mega Audino? Flip 3 coins for each head, search your deck for up to 2 basic energy. For each head, search your deck for up to 2? Is it just me or is that nuts? You're getting an average of 3 basic energy cards. Gamers, I fear we're not seeing a Reap Flipper in the format for a very long time. 80 more for each energy attached to your opponent's active. That seems really good. It seems like really good against a very specific type of deck, and One Retreat is good. Ooh, we're not done with Larry. A conditional 100 on an evolving basic is kind of nuts. Like, yeah, it's conditional, but 100. Okay, the Braviary is nothing special, but still, Kamala. If it's on your bench, attach an energy from your hand to your active Larry's Pokemon. So Larry gets acceleration too? Wow. Okay, the Drampa seems okay. Hops Cramorant reprint, Terrapagos reprint, Terrapagos EX reprint, Acerola's Mischief reprint, Air Balloon reprint, Hoomst. So if you have the whole team and you take a knockout, it's worth 3 more prizes. Oh, you know I'm gonna mess around with this. This is way too funny to pass up. Ooh, new boss. Poffin reprint. Alright, what do you do, Canary? Discard a card, search for up to 4 lightning Pokemon? That's nuts. That's nuts. If you discard an energy, that's not a downside. That's nuts. They said, oh, Miraidon EX and Electric Generator are on their way out? Okay. We get to print more broken lightning support now. Wow. You know, who do I think I'm kidding? I'm gonna use these. This is crazy. Counter gain reprint. And you know, if you're going for a sacrifice lead like Audino, that might be something. Or is that overkill with the energy acceleration? Definitely puts less strain on the energy acceleration. We'll see. Fighting Gong reprint, Force to Vitality reprint, Glass Trumpet reprint, Iris' Fighting Spirit reprint, Light Ball. Attacks used by the Pikachu EX this card was attached. Do 50 more damage to your opponent's active EX. $300, $350. Wait. I'm gonna have to look at some megas. Because if I'm remembering correctly, none of the stage 1 megas go above 350, and none of the stage 2 megas go above 380. So if I'm right about this, the combination of Light Ball and Gravity Mountain means Pikachu EX, the rat, clears everything. And if I'm right about this, I am going to commit so many unspeakable war crimes. You cannot let me have this card. I will use it. This is nuts. I know I've called a lot of cards nuts. But this right here, this is crazy. This is diabolical. I'm about to make my fellow Pokemon League gamers hate playing against my Pikachu deck even more. Wow. Oh, hey, Lily reprint. Reprint. The Night Stretcher reprint is actually really big. I like this. Nighttime Mine. Attacks used by each Terra Pokemon in play cost 1 more. Sure. Okay. Search your deck for a Pokemon that doesn't have a rule box. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. This is good. If you're in a single prize deck, this is Ultra Ball without the discard. This is actually incredible. Power Pro reprint, Surfer reprint. I think this is new art. Neat. Wait, that's new. If the Rocket's Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active, damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, the attacking Pokemon is now asleep. Alright, that's fun. We got reprints of a bunch of Rocket stuff. Thick Scale. The dragon this card is attached to has resistances. Kinda. Okay. I like that. That's probably a meaningful damage modifier for stuff like... Let's see, what dragon megas are there? We've got Latias and we've got Dragonite now. Yeah, this is good for dragons. Tool Scrapper reprint, big. Ultra Ball, sure. Urbane, sure does draw 3 cards. Waitress. Look at the top 6. Attach a basic energy card you find there to one of your Pokemon. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. Okay, that seems fine. Ooh, Prism Energy reprint. And Rocket's Energy, of course. So, that's all the stuff that's in Ascended Heroes. I like this set. Aside from, I don't like that it's a special set, considering how big it is. I really wish you could get booster boxes of this set. I wish it wasn't just the tech stickers on release day. I wish the ETBs were out. But, setting aside those issues, Yeah, I like this set a lot. There's a lot of good reprints, important reprints. There's a lot of new interesting cards for us to mess around with. There's new megas. There's, if you're a fan of Kanari, Erica, Larry, N, Hop, you're eating good. I know I'm going to be messing around with Kanari in all of my electric decks. I know I'm already mentally brewing a new version of Pikachu EX that uses a light ball. I was not kidding about the war crimes. I'm gonna see how good of an Erica deck I can build. And of course, I'm gonna build that new Raichu because of who I am as a person. There's a lot of cool and interesting cards for us to work with. So if you're opening Ascended Heroes and you see a card that makes you go, ooh, put that thing in a deck. Because that's what cards are for. Anyway, I've got some decks to brew up. I will see you later.